All right, we are recording. So thanks for being on here, you two, so far. I see Sandra and Chelsea. Oh, Amber is there, and Carney. Okay, good. I just have to hit my little thing so that I can see everybody. Okie doke. So everybody's here. Now Chelsea just kind of froze up.
Oh, sorry, it might be internet.
And I see Amber is blank, but Carney is the only one that is muted. So if it's not noisy where you are, you guys are free to unmute. Okay, so in keeping in line with our recent training, okay, just starting new consultants strong. Hey, Amber. There you are. Okay, so you got a new consultant checklist resource in this. This was also something that Carney was kind of asking for. She wanted a checklist. So there's this one, and there's also another one, I think a lot like it, that's in the back office. But I just want to cover this one since it was the one that I sent out to you guys. So did everybody download that new consultant checklist resource?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Anybody have any questions? Are you comfortable? Would you be comfortable taking your new team member through this checklist? Let's go there for a minute. Whoever wants to, or okay, I'll call on people. Chelsea, you seem to be back with us.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So really, I really like the checklist, and I actually have a question. Do either of you do new consultant folders? I know you've done the Learn a Latte thing for your parties, but have you taken a checklist like that and started a folder for them?
Yes, I could go get it for you if Margie wants to answer what she does.
With new consultants, I usually, when they're my own personals, I usually am just online with them, walking them through stuff. I don't have a checklist, but after going through all of this, I definitely see the value in it and will.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot along this with you guys. Sue is a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so grateful for her. So.
Okay. Oh, good. Do you do something, Margie, or no?
I just usually walk them through. I have them on the phone, and we just walk through things together, but I don't have a checklist. So I'm anxious to see yours, or,
okay.
You know, I like the idea of it.
Okay, so this is 0 to 90 days. It's a 1-inch binder, and actually at the conference, I learned an even better system. I'm not even gonna have to take it out of this binder, but I kind of learned a better system that I'm gonna go to that I'll share with you guys. Hang on one second. I gotta say hi to my hubby and tell him where dinner is, okay? So,
hi, Rolando.
Hi, Margie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am doing well, thank you.
Okay, you'll wanna turn that up a little bit and stir it just because it's not quite as hot. Cottage cheese is on the top shelf, and your sketty and your bread is in there, and it's the ones that are darker because they've got the garlic on it. Okay, sorry girls. Feed your husbands, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so, you know, all of these get started things are, again, in our back office, okay? So you do have the checklist. There's a fresh start checklist in the back office. This is the one I was kind of talking about, but I actually think like this is the new one that we did on this training, because this one has tells you when to go to the videos and stuff. So yeah, so I would use this one now, okay? But what the old one did was it had a place for the consultant name. So I guess if I was going to use this one, I just put their name at the top. And then how I had them was I have them in here alphabetically, okay? So then I knew, and I just put them in the plastic sleeves. So I knew who I was going to sign up. I knew who signed up, and I have their dates on there. But what I learned at conference that is kind of an organizing system like this. So it's not alphabetical at all. Okay, so this system made me know that Carney signed up and I put her under the C's or whatever, okay? So she might even be in here. So when she signed up, I put her in here, and then it was up to me. No, sorry, you're not in here, Carney. It was up to me to do the welcome call and all of that, and know that I had to go back to the C's and kind of look at the date and everything. So what I learned was to put 1 through 31 in here instead of the alphabet, okay? So let's take, for instance, that I sign up, let's say I sign up Amy here, and I sign her up on the 7th of the month. So I could put her, I would probably do this first part with her where it says week 1, and then I would go to the 7 tab, because remember I have 1 through 31 in here, right? So I have 31 days of the month is basically what it is. So I'm going to go to 7, and I'm going to stick her in the 7th because I signed her up on the 1st. So in 7 days, I'm going to be able to come up to my office, flip over to the 7th, and I'm going to have all the people in there I need to contact. So it's the same system that they use for hostess coaching. So they got a little binder like this, and they just did 1 through 31. So then when you have your first hostess call right away, and then you know you want to call her in a week, she'd go behind number 7. And so all your work for that day is behind number 7. Okay, the 7th. And then so for a new recruit, just staying with this, if I know I want to contact her, or maybe on day 7, I write down that she's having her launch party on the 9th. And I want to make sure that I call her right after her launch party, so I would put it on number 9, or maybe I would decide to put it on number 10. Does that all make sense? So we could do this for our hostesses and our new recruits. You could have one binder that has 1 through 31, and you would totally be organized. Now, what she did in extension to that is she had Post-it notes where she would put a little tag on it or something, what she was going to do or whatever. So that can be kind of helpful too. So that was a workshop I did where they actually did this old-fashioned way, and then they introduced us to a thing called Trello, Trello. Trello is basically the same thing, just digital.
Okay?
Okay? Yeah.
Was that Lori's workshop? The organization one or a different one? I just want to know where to look on the back office next week.
Yes, it's Lori's binder, but she was not the one that did it. It was Jessica Roderick that did the digital Trello, and then one of Laura's downline, but it was the Get Organized one. So that's a good point. What Margie's making right now is they are going to take those workshops and put them in our back office. Okay, so let's go on to our next question. That was a good question.
I just want to say one more thing real quick. Just very briefly, I love my upline dearly, but if I had Sue, I would be a black jacket by now. I'm just saying. Because I didn't learn any of this stuff. I've just been doing what I'm doing. And so with you guys, I'm so grateful to have Sue, because I'm learning right along with you so much stuff.
But remember, I'm just learning it too. I'm you know.
But you already had your binder and everything. I mean, that never was even in my wheelhouse. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, now I know Carney had her hand up, but Chelsea, did we answer your question?
Absolutely. I had in my mind that I was going to set up a folder, not necessarily a binder like that. I like that thought better. I was thinking more of like handouts to actually give them when they first sign up. to kind of show them some of what we're doing right now.
Well, this is what we have now. This is in the new consultant start checklist. So it has a place for you to put their name.
Mm-hmm.
And it even like has great conversation stuff on the back. I can find this, Margie can find this, and we can put it on here on the TC training. But this is in your back office under, it's probably step 1 or 2. It's got the welcome call. It has key things to cover. Then it has contact number 1, contact number 2. Wonder if it has more. Let me see. It has a Fresh Start Leaders Training and Coaching Tracker where you track where you call them and stuff. So this could be in combination in that plastic folder. You could just have it there and then flip forward. I did come home and kind of start playing with Trello a little bit. I'm not a digital person, so I struggled with it. So I think I'm probably going to do the binder. But if you are a digital person, I think you're going to love Trello. So check it out. I don't know if I had to pay for it. I think it's free, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, Carney, you had your hand up.
So it looks like that checklist you were showing us is different than the one you posted to Facebook for us.
Well, that's because, yes, because they're always updating them. Okay. That's why when I went and looked in here, I swear this one is just from last year. And I really like it. It's the new consultant start checklist. So I'm going to go back there and look for it. I mean, it totally has step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And it basically has everything to cover. And whereas this one that was in this coaching, Starting Consultant Strong, it does take you through immediately open for business. There's 6 steps, so I think both of them are good. I guess now that I pulled my folder out, I'm going to have to go compare them for you guys.
Well, the one thing I noticed on the one you posted is they have them scheduling their launch parties within 2 to 3 weeks, and that's kind of late for Fresh Start Step 1.
Well, what it does, I read through that and I kind of thought the same thing, but they have their 2 launch party dates right away when they open for business. And when it says down here, hold 2 launch parties within this 2 weeks to 3 weeks, I really think that's party 3 and 4. I looked at that, and the way, if you watch the part 1 and part 2 or listen to those podcasts, what's really happening down here is that Chris starts them with 4 to 6. And there's a lot of consultants that will give them a gift if they get those 6 booked right away. So I think it kind of looks like that, but I think what they really mean is that this is party 3 and 4.
Okay.
Because their launch parties are really up here.
I love this checklist, especially because, like you said, the videos are linked in.
Yeah. So it may be that we do a little combination, because I know this one is still around. They just taught us about this one in March. They taught us some more about it at the Red Jacket Academy. And the one thing I did do on this lady right here, I just asked her takeaway, and her takeaway words were hope and excited. So, it's kind of, I really like using this a lot. So I'm learning too. I'm going to have to figure out, because I don't want too much. I don't want, that's going to drive me crazy. I know that's going to drive all of us crazy. So I've been very successful with this. And I think the easy thing here would be maybe to refer to this one. I can have it maybe in the front of my binder so that I remember when to send them that video or tell them to go watch that video. Because this one has an action item, date for the next call. This one is like where I'm going to take my notes, as where this one is just the checklist. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But I will try to make sure that I post all of this. And the back side of that one, okay, this is just the back side. What a new consultant might be thinking. I have so many great goals and ideas, and what you can say to them is all down this side.
Yeah, you posted that.
Did I? Good for me.
That was on Grow, wasn't it, Carney?
I believe it's TC because that's the only one I've been looking at.
Oh, well,
Was
good
on
for
it,
me. I might have. I'm telling you, that's not outdated. This one's not outdated. The ones my old ones in here are outdated. They're still cool though, because I have a bunch of blank ones actually. So they are an even, I don't know if I could find these online, but they're even more like in depth. But
What date is that, Sue? What's the date at the bottom of that page?
I don't have it. I even have them, like, I don't have it. But these were probably from 2015. I got a whole folder of them here.
Because I think I can Nora that.
It doesn't have a date on it.
Okay.
I've used them all through 2016 and 2017 till I upgraded to that other one. So
Is this the 5 steps to getting started?
it's in there. Yes, I believe it is. That's where it's coming from. Okay, so let's move on. That was awesome. So that kind of gives us an idea, maybe a takeaway to get together your binder. I really liked that 1 through 31. That whole deal I'm going to put my hostesses in there. I'm going to put my new recruits in there. I'm going to put my team members in there. The old ones too, if I'm following up with them. And she literally had it all in a 1-inch binder. Crazy. Okay. So are you comfortable?
Can I just jump in right quick?
Yeah.
Chelsea, when you ask about like handouts, was it about recruiting conversation?
Yes.
What I did, I ordered those folders in the back office. And what I put in there when I have a recruiting conversation, which I had one yesterday, but then she's like, I look at it. And I gave her one. I have 5 of them. I put in there the real people, real impact.
Okay.
And then the Novex Success Builder. Then I printed out from the back office the Business Builder Bonus, which I have in there. I put in the Novex Foundation.
Wow.
The Creating Safe Haven. And then the Fresh Start Steps. And I guess I will have to get a new one of those now for the incentives or the Fresh Start program. Then one of these.
Okay, wait, that's where that is inside there. Show that. Pick that up again. Okay, get to know everything you need to get started. So if you flip that open.
Sandra, can you speak so you come back on the big screen?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, you see me now?
Yes.
Yep.
We can't talk or we come up.
There it is.
Okay, so let me say something. That is absolutely beautiful, but let me give just a suggestion. Did you have the business opportunity brochure in there?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the first one, actually.
Because I want us to be simple and consistent, and simplicity is the key of the game here, okay? Because all of that stuff is incredible. I'm going to tell you 2 things about it. It can very quickly add up to an expense that a new consultant can't afford, okay? Yeah. So remember what you're creating. You want, because we're talking about recruiting people, you want your recruits to be able to do what you could do. They want to be able to mimic or duplicate you. So that business brochure, in the very beginning, Chelsea and the rest of us, I watched Carney do an onboarding a couple of weeks ago where that business brochure, those 5 reasons were actually addressed to her new team member that was considering joining. She was actually ready to join. But Carney had a sheet that just took them through those 5, and is there any other questions or any other reasons that you want to discuss? So when we keep it very simple, you keep it very inexpensive. Okay, so all of those things are wonderful, and it might be something that you have one of, like when you meet with them the second time, maybe you could review the Norwex Foundation, and you can expand from that initial meeting that you have with them. Now, Sandra, I'm not telling you not to make your beautiful packet, okay? That is completely up to you. But I want to caution you that onboarding people can be very, they can feel like they can't go buy $50 worth of starter stuff. So I just want to caution you there, okay? I don't want to stop you from doing what you feel comfortable and what you like presenting them, but just, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So that's just a step to consider. So Chelsea, is that what you were looking for? Like what you're going to hand them or use to talk to them?
Yes, it was. That was originally what I was looking for.
Okay.
But I will say I love the binder. Like that.
Yeah, the binders for us. Yeah. The binders for us. So when we're talking about, are you comfortable with talking your new team member through the checklist? We're going to use that checklist, stick it in the binder in the appropriate places, because like if you listen to Chris Carlson, she knew exactly where she was going to pick up on her next call, didn't she?
Yes.
And that's exactly how I use this. I know exactly, like I can write everything. I can write down when her parties are going to be, if she wants some training on the party cards beforehand. So maybe I know her party's the 9th. I'm talking to her on the 1st, so I know I can stick her in on the 5th. I can set those things up, and I'm not going to forget. A lot of times I also like to put that on them, like you call me on the 5th. I like to give away that responsibility. Like, okay, this is what we've talked about. This is the way I like to word it. Okay, we're going to have our second conversation, and you've taken these 3 takeaways from our conversation today. When do you think you'll be prepared? Let's say we've asked her to book her 2 parties, and I've asked her to ask 2 friends to have a party, and I've given her her Frankie list to do. So I've given her 3 takeaways. So Chelsea, when do you feel you can have those 3 things done? We know we have 14 days. So when do you want our next call? Do you want it at the end of the week, or you want it at the end of 3 days? What would you prefer? Okay. So then she tells me, well, I want 4 days. I want the weekend, and I want a day that I'm going to work and a day that my husband's going to work. Perfect. Okay. And I might have helped her a little get her Frankie list going, right? Do our trick of how we're going to let her name 3 names and expand. So I've done a little bit of that work with her. I've let her know if she wants me available at her launch party. If she wants me available, she's going to pay me half the commission. If she wants to train beforehand, she gets to keep all the commission. Okay? Because I want you guys to be savvy businesswomen, and if they're taking up your day, part of your day where you could book your own party, you better get paid for that. Okay? Do y'all understand that?
Yep.
Because your time is worth it. So now she has those 3 takeaways, and she tells me she wants 4 days. So I say, okay, great. On the 5th, you're going to give me a call at 11 o'clock. Got it? Let's put it in our calendar. It's your responsibility to call me. So even though I go put this on day 5, she better call me. It just helps me because I'm busy. And if people forget to call me, well, that's their problem, right? I mean, I don't mean that mean or anything, but or take Amber, for instance. I knew Amber was so new that I called her, but I totally called her on the wrong day. She wasn't late or anything. I had traveled, and I felt like Thursday was Monday. So I got all worried because she didn't call me. And I thought, well, she's new, so I better call her, even though I had said all that. And she's like, Sue, it's Thursday. So I will call them. I definitely will call them, even on the wrong day. But yeah. But I like to kind of let them be responsible for their own businesses right from the very get-go. Okay. Questions about that?
I think I'm good. That's wonderful.
Carney, everybody else good? Okay. All right. And you can also be typing in questions. If they come to you and we're going past it, then type in questions. All right. Are you comfortable helping your new team members set goals?
I think so.
Sandra?
Yeah.
Carney?
Yep.
Who else is on here?
So I think,
Oh,
Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, it's hard for me to be assertive with my new consultants and be like, you know, you need to get this done. This is something, and I listened to that podcast and about how, you know, you don't ask them if they want their first 2 parties. You don't ask them if they want to do this or that. You tell them that that is something they need to do if they're going to be successful in their business. And I think that getting that verbiage, I think, is going to be what's going to be so
Powerful.
beneficial in the future. Yeah. I think that, you know, I just have to learn that. I just need to learn to be a little bit more assertive. That's just not my speciality.
Right. But when you think about it, did you join to not be successful? Right? Did I?
Definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, you're breaking
Can
up.
you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that it's just the fact that I have my new recruit. Sorry, my new recruit. You don't know that she's really in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. So can you go back to the beginning, and maybe you and she and I need to get on the phone and we need to talk about her why. You need to back up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that for
So
sure.
we can get something going, because she had a lot of people to invite and everything, and I you know, I was thinking about Dolores. Then there was someone else that it might have even been Chris. I don't know, with these trainings and workshops and stuff. But I don't want people to quit before they even start, and that's what I feel like she's kind of done. You know, and that's always sad to me. So we need to go back and we need to reinvest time into her why. Okay. So anyway, back to setting team members their goals and calculating how they can reach those goals. Do you know, if someone tells you they want 4 parties, how you can back that up and use our GROW acronym? Do you guys all feel comfortable with that? Setting a goal, looking at the reality, looking at the obstacles, and finding who they're going to work with to be successful. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. So speak up if I'm going too fast. I've got a Facebook party at 7, so this is going to have to be over by then. The next one, did you know the 4 W's? Did you learn the 4 W's?
I have notes.
From our session, did you?
Why join? Who will you talk to? What will she say? When will she start talking to them?
Okay, perfect. Say number 1 again, because you kind of cut out.
Why join?
Why did she join? Or why did he join? So this is where you're at, Amber, to help your new consultant get going. You want to know what the 4 W's stand for. Why did they join? Who will they be talking to, sharing it and inviting? What will they say when talking to them? So you want to work with them with verbiage. And when is she going to start talking to them? Just like I told you, they need to give you a date. You know, we all have that 15-day mark in our minds that we know and that I just tell people, you know, you can earn $136 in free products. We might as well try. If you saw $136 sitting on your table right now, would you throw it out? None of us would. We wouldn't throw it out. So that's basically what they're looking at. And really in their 90 days, they're looking at $700 in commission and $700 of free product. would you throw $1,400 in the trash and not even pick up the phone and try to start your business? They're all going to say no. And in answer to Amber and her discomfort, or all of our discomfort in saying, you know, or being forceful, like, I'm going to have you book 2 launch parties, and I've got this business plan for you in the first 14 days. And I want you to listen to me, because this is how you're going to be successful. I want you to understand they are looking for that leadership. Okay? Do not think that that is being pushy. That is being a leader. They're looking for how they can be successful. And how this direct sales marketing works. How does multi-level marketing work? And when you onboard someone, they're looking up to you as, I mean, maybe you joined a day before them, but they still think you might know more information than them. And they are truly looking for you to have some guidance for them. So even your hostesses want to have a successful party. Your recruits want to start strong. So it's a mindset check. I'm not being pushy. I might be being bossy. So I need to be gentle in how I'm saying it, and I need to make sure I listen. Like she tells me, this is the strategy of signing someone up, of looking at the dates. Okay, I want to ask you, Sandra, when you want to sign up on my team, when does it work for you to have 2 parties in the first 15 days? So I'm not going to tell you, okay, I'm going to sign you up today, and then Friday and Saturday morning, I want you to have your launch parties. I'm not going to be like that, because that would be like crazy. I need to have that conversation with her to say, okay, you want to join the 1st of August? That's great, because I'm going out of town, so I'm not here to help you before that anyway. And that gives us till the 15th of August. So what 2 days do you have in there that you can hold 2 launch parties? Okay, now she gives me the 13th and the 9th. And so now we've got a plan. We got a plan of, okay, well, let's not sign. If we're not doing a launch party till the 9th, and I know your product's going to ship to you in 3 days, let's sign you up on the 5th. So buy her time, right? You're buying her time by being strategic. And in being a leader, she's going to feel so much support. She's going to feel totally 100% supported. She's going to feel like you want her success. I've got someone just this month, a prime example. Someone signed her up and was going out of town for 2 weeks and didn't have any parties for her to go to. So she came to one of mine. She came to my meeting last night. She came and shadowed me. She totally needs me to train her, because the person who signed her up didn't do it strategically. That's no way to sign somebody up, okay? So you're not being bossy, you're being a leader, okay? All right, so setting those goals and calculating, if you sit down with them and they say they want to make $500 a month, do you know how to do that equation? Do you guys know how to help them do that? Okay, an average party is a $500 party, right? They're going to make $175 from that party. So if they want to make $500 a month, they need to have like 4 parties. Okay, so you take them to their time blocking, to their calendar, and you ask them their life business balance. You need to have 4 parties, because an average party is you're going to sell $500 at an average party. I say 8 is great. Make your hostesses get 8 people there. So now you do the calculation, and she needs to have 4 parties. How many phone calls or how many people on her Frankie list does she need to get a booking? Well, she has her own. She has 2 of her own. So now, out of 10 people, 1 will say yes. So now we need to know, she knows she needs to make 20 phone calls. So you take her goal and you back it down to the behaviors that she needs to go through. What's her reality? Her reality is she has her 2 launch parties. She needs 4. Her goal is 4 because she has a dollar amount. She has 2, so the obstacles are she needs Frankie list. She needs 20 people minimum on that Frankie list. And then what's she going to do about it? She's going to sit down. She's going to designate a time that she's going to say, okay, on Thursday night, I've told my husband I'm going to make 2 hours of phone calls. He's going to put the kids to bed, and you help her. You help her realize all of that. Help her visualize it, help her realize it. You've now set up a plan for success based on her goal, okay? That's how you calculate with them how they can successfully reach that goal. Is it always gonna happen? No, no. But is she gonna feel like you let her down? No. And the next person that comes along to join their team, what is that person gonna say? Oh my gosh, Sandra's amazing. Join. You're gonna get all the support you need. You're gonna love being on her team, okay? Can we control the outcome of those goals? Can we?
No.
No. Okay, so we know our 4 W's. Why did she join, who she'll be talking to, what she's gonna say, but you wanna find out a party number a month or a financial number a month, okay? And understand that grow training with your new team member. So now I wanna get a little more personal. I know this is supposed to be Q&A for you guys. So what questions do you have for me based off of the training of onboarding new consultants? Because I have more questions for you if you don't have any questions. Anyone have any? Or should we keep going?
Keep going.
Yep.
Okay, so this is one to kind of stretch you guys. What have you done since the beginning of this TC program to reach higher in your business? So I want you to just think about it. You've watched the trainings, and they're going to be on here for you so you can go back. What else have you done? Chelsea, what have you done?
Any of this? Well, I've gotten a lot more bookings. I got 2 today alone.
Excellent, excellent.
And I've got the recruiting lenses on, Sue.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
my booking that I got from my party on Sunday, I'm actually looking at her.
Okay.
So my thought was actually sit down and talk with her before her actual party.
Bingo.
That could be her launch party.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to plant that seed and then maybe go back and talk to her in a week or so.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
kind of see where we go from there.
Okay, and an easy way to do that is what? What's one thing you can give her?
One thing I could give her,
Uh-huh. One thing.
I could.
The business opportunity brochure.
I was trying to think of the name of it.
Okay, okay, but you knew. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one thing, and let her look at those 5 reasons and then talk to her about them. It's easy. It
Yep.
gives you, like, you can have that brochure right in front of you. She can have it right in front of her. Talk about it. Have a conversation. It's so easy, you guys. So easy. And the thing that happens with that is, you know, her goal, she'll say like, oh, I want to be able to take my family to Disneyland. And then 2 weeks down the line, when she's struggling, you're like, oh, I really want to help you get your family to Disneyland. I really, really want, let's think about this together. Let's brainstorm. And you keep using her why to hook her. Okay?
Yeah, that was my plan. Her and my cousin just had a baby, and they're actually planning a wedding. So I'm trying to get that going.
Okay, excellent. That was excellent. Sandra, what have you done to reach higher in your business? You were a little uncomfortable last time. Yeah, you're muted.
Everyone is walking in here.
Okay.
I have to. I actually the last couple of days what you posted, I had to just watch everything today because I was so busy with work.
That's okay.
I had a party last night, actually, my sister-in-law, which came out of my mother-in-law, and she brought 4 people here. And
Yay.
my sister-in-law, actually, I think she might be really interested in it, and I talked to her.
Oh.
No, I think I overloaded her, but I gave her one of those to take it home.
It's okay, because she's family. You can overload family. You won't run them off.
Hopefully then.
Right.
So we talked a little bit about it, and 2 weeks ago I actually gave her one of the body cloth, and she loves it. So I'm really hoping that she gets back to me about that.
Don't wait for her.
Yeah, you get back to her.
Oh yeah, I will. But I want to give her now a couple of days, and then I will check if she looked through the things, and I'm really hoping to get it from there going.
Yeah, and here's a really good key point. She gave her some product. Everybody listen to that, okay? That is super, super key. If you're thinking of wanting to onboard a hostess, remember they're our number one prospect, so always get some product into their hands. Good job.
That's what I did, like at my mother-in-law's party. She was like, it's expensive. I was like, you want to do the body cloth challenge? And she was like, what's that? And I was like, I give you a free body cloth. I sent her the questionnaire, and I just sent her the other one for the end. And yesterday we talked about it, and I let her talk about it, how she likes it. So that works out good.
I'm so, Margie, aren't you proud of them? I feel like they're our little, I feel, you guys get me so excited. I feel like you're our little chickadees. Okay, excellent. That is so excellent. Excellent.
I cry really hard.
I feel like you're not as scared this week.
I'm sorry?
I feel like you're not as apprehensive this week.
I have to say it was really hard for me last night because most of the people who came, I didn't really know them. So I had to jump over a little bridge there, but it was more comfortable because it was at my house. So it was way easier. But still, I did it, and I went through it.
Yes, give yourself a big hug from me. And I'd like to ask you, do you think that the next time you have 4 strangers or 4, don't even think of them as strangers, think of them as 4 new friends. The next time you have 4 new friends at a party, do you think it will be as uncomfortable?
I don't think so. I still think I need a little bit more time, though.
Of course you do.
It was really hard.
Yeah, but
I think it will be more comfortable.
Yes, and you survived, right? And now you got that in your success bank. You actually did it. So that is so exciting. Okay, now I know Carney has been partying like crazy. So Carney, share with us what you've been doing in your business.
Oh, you mean the 3 parties that canceled on me for last weekend?
Oh, no.
I know. One rescheduled. But anyway.
Okay, well, reschedule's better than cancel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I spent probably a good half hour talking to a prospect. I had called her a couple weeks ago just asking her to host a party. And she, in passing, mentioned that, you know, she had thought about doing something like doTERRA or something like that. So that got my wheels turning about how maybe she wants a business opportunity instead of just a hosting opportunity. So she was going away, and so I touched base with her after she got back from her trip. And although she's very busy right now, I told her, you know, what you told me got my wheels turning, and here are all the reasons why I think this might be a really good fit for you in your life. And
awesome,
so she said,
Carney.
Yeah, so she said, you know, the next couple weeks are going to be really hard for me. And I said, I understand that. We'll just touch base again after that. So we'll see.
I love that you had recruiting eyes on. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, ding, 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 ding. What? She looked into doTERRA? Well, let me tell you, I know about doTERRA, and this is way more forgiving and flexible.
Yeah.
And lucrative.
It's true. I was talking to a possible new team member today, and she said she's with Young Living, and she has to buy $50 worth a month. She has to. And I said, you know, they're really, we say to stay active, it's the $250 every 3 months. But the reality is there's no charge. And if you don't do that, nothing ever happens. There's no hidden fees. So really, there really is no monthly minimum, you know, when you think about it, because they can make that decision. And she said to me, she had me send her the business opportunity brochure, and we made a date to call each other next Monday. And, you know, you just never know. So I love the fact that you guys are putting on your recruiting eyes. That's the whole thing right now, is to just, one, understand that you would like to be a leader and why, the career path and plan for yourself. Two, believe with positive mindsets. And three, have the leader, you know, the leader mentality, so you have the intentional behaviors when you see the opportunities. Okay, Amber, what do you think you've done to reach higher in your business, if you're still with us? I don't know if she is.
I don't see her on here.
Oh, and Mallory may be on here, but on the phone maybe?
She's listening because she's doing a Facebook party is also at the same time.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway, Amber, if you come back on here, or you watch this at the end here to put on, and actually I'm putting all these questions on tomorrow, okay? They're gonna post tomorrow, the questions I had for you guys. So just in closing here briefly, Margie, you got anything to add?
I don't, and I'm sorry I'm not more active. I'm a zombie. I'm just a zombie right now.
Yeah. Okay, the other thing I just really wanted to cover real quickly, if you guys have parties coming up, is to think of the things that you want to implement at those parties to maybe get higher attendance. There's some things, there was one really fun idea, and it just gives your hostess the reason to send a reminder, and it's the cloth challenge. And so you make a little cute little Word document, or what's that one you're using, Greetings Island, will let you make a little Evite, and you can just create one that says,
oh, the dirty dishcloth challenge, is that
yeah, just bring whatever is your favorite cleaning cloth, and I created it like, you know, who has a stinky cloth, and I put a little, just a little picture of a lady on there plugging her nose, and challenged them to bring it to the party, and they would be entered in for a life-changing gift. That's how I worded it. And I turned it into an Evite for my upcoming hostesses. And what that does is it allows them to use that Evite as a reminder. You know, remember to come to Laura's party, bring this dirty cloth or your favorite cleaning cloth, and it gives your hostess something to send out to them. And then following up after the party, this hostess training, she gave her hostess a 4-day challenge. And the 4-day challenge was to sell 4 household packages. And the cool thing to that is there's a mathematical equation plan behind that, because if they're at the 350, 4 more sales of a household package gets them to 550. If they're at 550, it gets them to 750. And if they're at 750, it gets them almost to the 1,000. So she has been doing this, the woman that ran this workshop, she's been doing it for the last 2 months, and within the 6 months, the first 6 months of the year, her sales have been over $100,000. Yeah, by doing those 2 things. So it's just something to think about, like where are you going to go to find some hosting ideas and some party ideas, and then what is one area that you wanted to impact in your business through this program that you know, how does this question read? It's kind of weird. What is one area in particular that you wanted to impact in your business before this program, and have you done it? So did you want more parties on your calendar? Did you want to get comfortable? Did you want to learn about how to look for a recruit? Were those kind of the things you did, and do you feel like you're now able to go forward and do those? Sandra, yes or no? Chelsea?
Yeah.
Carney? Okay, good deal. And whoever else is on here. And then question number 9 is, what are your next steps? So it's just food for thought, where are you going to go? And it's not like you can't ever do this again, but I'm going to change it up a little bit because I think that session 1 was way too long. So I'm going to have to go back and record those and split them up a little differently. But in general, we would love your feedback. The other thing that I didn't get from my girls, and I don't know if Margie got it, but I had asked you to, and I'll put it on here again, I had asked you guys to fill out a little form. It was, I'm trying to look for it now. I'll put it on there again.
The participant questionnaire?
Yes, thank you. It was our participant questionnaire. So we just kind of want to know a little bit more. So if you will go fill that out, I think we'll have a better idea how we can help you going forward. And I'm going to post these questions tomorrow. So you've got the guide. There were 40 guideline questions from number 1, and there were only 9 from part 2. So you can see I divided it terribly. And I do apologize for that, but you guys knew you were guinea pigs anyway. So I think we just want to thank you so much for joining and helping. Carney's really given me some good feedback, so I'd love to have it from all of you. And then we'll go forward. And what I'm going to do is make a generic training with nobody's name on it or anything, no dates or anything, so that when you guys are ready, you will have these 2 modules to use. You'll have these 2 training modules that you can just plug in and go for, or you're going to take the same format and make yourself the leader, okay? So either way, you'll have them for a while. Okay, Carney?
Real quick, looking over the questionnaire you sent us after the first session, with those 40-some questions.
Yeah.
What my brain would love is if you actually also put the answers in.
What would the answers be? My answers? Do you want my answers, or you want to ask those questions of yourself?
Well, some of those questions are very personal, but a lot of them are a generic.
Okay.
And if you were to answer them with a link to a video or something, I think that document would be an awesome guide.
Every time I talk to Carney, she gives me jobs. I just want you guys to know. Okay, every time I talk to Carney and Emily, they give me jobs. So, okay, I like that idea, and attach a video. I'm taking notes, so answer them, all right? Answer them, and if a link can be used, use it. Okay?
Because I process better from a piece of paper than I do from a video. And so while your training is awesome, it's more an auditory thing, and for me, I'm a visual person, and I need to be in front of me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I like that. And I could probably get rid of some of those questions.
Once you have to answer them yourself, huh?
Yeah. Now that you've given them all back to me to do, for sure. Okay, hang on. Hey, come sit down. Okay, so I just want to, Sandra, where did you say you're from again?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted I wanted my husband to get, this is like totally off subject. I want him to be able to say hi to you.
Ja, grüß Gott.
Ganz gut, und wie geht es dir?
Mir geht's sehr gut. Es ist aber sehr heiß hier.
Hier auch.
Ja, 108 Grad.
Ich glaube, wir hatten heute 78.
Oh, das ist aber sehr schön.
Where is she?
Aber ziemlich schwül hiermit.
Ja, es ist auch hier. Luftfeuchtigkeit hier auch. Aber es ist nicht normal. Bei uns ist es normal 50%.
Okay, all right. I kind of paused that. But anyway, okay, so there's a little bit on there that I recorded. But anyway, all right. I love you guys. Don't feel like you're welcome. Don't feel like your training has stopped, okay? Get on there, do the Calendly links for your upline, Margie or myself. do weekly coaching, one-on-ones. Let's move on from here. For my team, I have conference calls. If you guys ever want to be on my monthly conference calls, please just let me know. Let me know on Facebook or on here, and I'll make sure you have that contact information and the dates. Conference calls are wins and challenges and support in all these areas where you're working on, and we just really want to celebrate your successes. So, you know, if you want to keep on using this little group, or you want to go over to Grow, whatever you guys want, if you can be there for each other, post things, post your successes, we'll all still get to see it because groups don't go away. So I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me practice with you. And if I do redo, I will say when I redo the guideline questions, it's not going to be in the next couple of days, because my Emily has given me way too much work and I have to leave in a day. So I will look at doing this the first week of August. I'll put it in my folder. So it says August 1, and I'll get on it, and I like that idea, and maybe that'll be real good for you guys to kind of have this training. Okay. All right. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.